If you've a ready mind, where those of wit and learning will always find their kind. Welcome to Ravenclaw Appreciation Day. Wow, so this is the last workout I am filming for this little series. This is also the hardest workout and probably the hardest playlist to find, to create. It forced me to use a lot of wit and creativity to bring this up. So some of them may be a little bit of a stretch, may cause you to think, but most of you maybe watching are Ravenclaws and can get the correlation. I really hope so. With that said, again, we're going to be using all the props. So we have our sliders, we have our ankle weights on, and then I'm just going to be using, oh yeah, no, it is the Bala ring, sorry. Let me actually read. I'm not a Ravenclaw. And then those Bala bars, so 3 to 10 pounds, picking your weight, what have you. I hope this color picks up well on camera. Bronze leggings do not look fantastic, so they're gray. Julie, this is for you. It's a tie-dye shirt, so I hope you love it. With that said, we're gonna get started on our backs like we always do. Okay, on our backs. Reading a book, so that means your Bala ring. Oh God. You're gonna lay down on that back. Oh, it helps if I stop my previous timer. Okay, so you're here, you're squeezing the inner thighs. You got those feet floating. You're gonna be reading that book on your back and then tapping a toe down, exhaling, lifting it up. So option here to always just use a book instead of a ring. Most of this workout you could probably do while you're reading a book. I know that is a Ravenclaw stereotype. We're just gonna feed into some of the stereotypes. Don't hate me, but the truth hurts. So I feel like Ravenclaws are always the first to, not the first. I feel like Ravenclaws are so unique, and they will tell you, especially when you're wrong, they'll correct you, but they're so honest with you. They'll tell you the truth. So that's why Lizzo's song is here. So exhale as you pull that core in. Pull that belly button up towards that spine. And if you're not reading that book, you can just gaze up to the stars. Ravenclaws are up in that tower, keeping them closer to the stars. That astronomy tower. Ugh. We're gonna add into this now. You're gonna bring those feet up in 3, 2, 1. Good. Keep those feet together. We got Luna's reaches. So you're gonna open up the arms and legs, reach out, and then crunch up together. Luna is the perfect example. Luna Lovegood is the perfect example of the most unique Ravenclaw. She's so cool and quirky. She's not afraid to be herself, and that's what Ravenclaws are. They're authentically themselves. Whew, they are truthful to themselves. See how I blended that all in there? Good. They don't worry about other people's opinions. They do what's for them. Good. Exhale as you bring it in. Reaching out. I always imagine Luna's probably spending a good amount of time on that ground, looking up at the stars at the top of the astronomy tower. Good. We're going to bring it up next. You're just going to grab a slider in 3, 2, 1. Come on up. I'm going to show you 2 versions of this. So I'm going to show you slider version, then I'll show you variation. So you're going to be in a full plank hold. I've got the slider underneath my right foot. Feet are spread. So option here, you're going to take that left hand, reach it out. You're going to slide your knee in as you pull the left elbow in. So we're working our right oblique. Then you're going to reach out. So you're crunching in, reaching it out. Option 2, you're going to come from a tabletop and just focus on that from a kneeling position. So pick what you want, but I want you to think about ravens, Ravenclaws, eagles. They're starting to spread their wings, mastering those challenging moves. Maybe they're up, flying up in this version. Maybe they're down here, starting in that kneeling position, crunching it in. Do what feels right to you. Be authentic to you. Be unafraid to be you. Good. So we're working on that stability of the right oblique. Raven's wings, spreading it out, and then crunching it right back in. Whoo. Reach it out. Bring it in. Pull that belly button in towards that spine. Nice job, everyone. So I took the kneeling position. I've been doing all these workouts. I'm a little tired. But that is where we're going to go into next. You're going to meet me in a tabletop position. Keep your right foot on the slider in 3, 2, 1. So bring those hands down. You're going to take that right leg, send it straight out behind you. Pull the belly button in, and you're going to sweep the leg over to the side. Bring it back. So to not offend our feathered friends, we're not going to call this what it's normally called. We're just sweeping the leg, just like birds, our feathered friends, would sweep their wings. Ravenclaws sweep us with their knowledge, especially us Gryffindors, or me, a Gryffindor. They just sweep us out of it, knock us over with that mighty wingspan with their knowledge. Okay, pull that belly button up in towards that spine. So we don't want to sink in. I want you to press up and out. I will tell you, I had to work very hard for this one. Maybe that's why, because I'm not a Ravenclaw, but I almost made this a yoga flow because I didn't know what to do. And it took a lot. Not gonna lie. So, if you feel like taking that next step, tuck that left toe, float the knee off the ground. Come into that flying, spread those wings, flap them and fly them. Woo! We're going to sit down. This is a good option for a book moment. You're going to sit down on that tailbone in 3, 2, 1. Good. Sitting on the tailbone, you're going to float the right knee up. You're going to start with that knee bent. Imagine you hold that book. You can use the ring, you can use a weight, but you're going to pull the knee in, twist towards that knee, and then send it out, come back to the center. You're only leaning back a little bit, then you crunch up and twist. So I love this move because you can read a book while you're doing it. I feel like Ravenclaws try to maximize their time. They want to get their workout in, but they're also going to read that book while they're doing it. So you can always do that option here, read that book and kind of tune me out. But that's what I think of. They're going to try to master this workout. Pull that belly button in towards that spine. Twist it back to center. Crunch it in. Whew. Okay. Next, you're going to meet me with that right leg all the way extended. Whew. In 3, 2, 1. Extend it out right here. You're still holding on to that book. I want you to lift that leg up an inch, down into that tiny little pulse. We get to lay down on that back. You can keep that book in 3, 2, 1. Gilderoy Glutes. Okay, Gilderoy Lockhart, one of our Ravenclaws. So you can hold that book. You can be reading his Magical and Me. Tuck that tailbone and lift the hips up. I know, it's hard. I looked it up. I did not know that Gilderoy Lockhart was a Ravenclaw. But it almost makes sense. He used his wit to outwit other wizards and witches to bring in his books. So it's a little Slytherin-y, but it makes sense. So Gilderoy Glutes, I imagine he worked on those a lot. Again, another move where you can just hold your book and read on your back. Pull the belly button in. I will admit, when the book series first came out and I was reading them as they were coming out, I read books so much as a child, I thought I was a Ravenclaw. I'm not. I thought it just meant reading books. I did not realize there was so much more to it. I am very, very, very obviously a Gryffindor. Good. Pull that belly button in. Squeeze those glutes up to the top. Control them back down. We're going to hold it up in 3, 2, 1. Hold it up, squeeze those glutes up at the top, holding it here. Don't forget that move. Don't be like Gilderoy. And then lift one knee up, drop it down, the other knee up. Just those little marches, stabilizing through those hips. We're gonna bring it on up. We're gonna grab our Bala ring, so the heavier weight, in 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Nice job, everyone. Grab your weight. So we got Rowena's row and single leg deadlift. We're gonna prop our right foot up. Right foot's gonna stay behind us. Left foot's gonna be forward. So just a little bit of weight in the right side. You're gonna hinge over with a deadlift and go into that right side row. Again, another one. You could just sit there and read a book. But I want you to think of that left hip. You're squeezing the right shoulder back and then squeezing the left hamstring to lift you up. It is a more thinking move because you have to combo these moves together. Then you can even balance that right foot off if you feel comfortable, hinging over. I feel like Ravenclaws have tremendous balance, not just within their bodies, but within their studies, within their minds. There's a lot of balance. They're so methodical in that sense, something I am not. That's something Mark and I were talking about, is how the houses work so differently, and it's almost how they react to things. Whereas Slytherins and Ravenclaws are methodical in how they react to something, and Hufflepuffs and Gryffindors react through emotion. So I obviously react through emotion, so that's where I tend to be, is either one of those houses. From there it trickles down. You guys can all look it up. I'm not focusing on my balance. Because you got this hinge, that row, and then that squeeze to bring you up. Options with that back leg to float it or not. Ooh, row, don't forget that row at the bottom. So much thinking, what can I do? So the right arm's working, left hamstring's working. We're gonna hold it over in 3, 2, 1. Hold it over, oh, squeeze that core, pull that belly button in. Now I want you to row just that right arm up and down. Just row, pull that belly in, drive that left heel into the floor. Good, you got it. Whew. One more leg move coming up here. We're gonna bring it into a single leg squat in 3, 2, 1. Again, another methodical move. You're gonna take that slider onto the right foot. So, single leg squat. I wanna add into it though. So you're gonna squat down. I want you to reach down, touch the floor, stand up, reach the arms forward. So option book or light weights, but you're hinging over, lifting it back up. Hinging over, lifting it back up. Arms can hold out. You can hold that book. I'm not going to grab a book. I'll knock my whole shelf over. But you're pushing through the glutes, squeezing up. Woo. Again, we're back into this balance idea in this left side. Trying to balance ourselves up on our left leg. Juggling multiple things. That's why I always think Hermione was actually a Ravenclaw. It's been proven that she's not, but we'll discard that. Good, so you lift up, pull that belly in, push the hips back, really push them back, sink into that heel. Good. Pull that belly button in. I actually don't know many Ravenclaws, so if I'm saying anything wrong, please call me out so I can adjust that later. Good, squeeze up. We're gonna add into it. You're gonna hold it low in 3, 2, 1. For your quick wit, you pull that right knee in and out. That quick pace right here. You're staying low on that left side. You can drop those arms. You can still hold that book, but that quick pace with that right side. Your quick wit. I admire it so much how quick you guys are. Yeah, mine's not always there. We're gonna hold that right leg out in 3, 2, 1. Hold that right leg out. Here we go. Last variation. You're going to stand straight up. Pull the right knee in. Twist like a standing bicycle. Squat down. Stand up. Take that slider with you. Notice how you're sliding out. crunching up, twisting. Woo. Balance it out here, squat down, come up, twist. Woo. Booty is lighting up. Okay, those raven reaches are coming up next. Woo. We get to bring it down to that plank hold. Slider goes onto the left foot in 3, 2, 1. Oh, nice transition down to the floor. Left foot is on that slider. Feet are spread. You're gonna reach the right arm out, left knee, right elbow crunch in. So I'm gonna take the variation down to the knees. I'm gonna keep my foot on the slider just because it's nice. I'll spin this way so you can see. So I'm obviously tired, but if you feel that modification is needed, especially up on those feet, you feel your hips twist, that means you gotta come down. Take that moment, build up your strength before we head into it. Maybe it was good yesterday and then it wasn't good today, that's fine too. If you're down on this tabletop, if you're down here with me, I want you to pull that belly in, knit the rib cage together, either way. Whether you're up flying, you're taking these baby steps towards it. Remember, we're building that knowledge up, building that strength up into our core. Core is the most important part. And you're reaching arm and leg long. Bring it in. Good, reach for those goals ahead of you. And then crunch, bring it in. Reach it forward. Crunch it in. Woo. How we feeling? We're gonna bring it into that sweep in 3, 2, 1. Come into that tabletop, extend the left leg out and sweep it over to the side. Sweep it on back. Options here, floating that right knee up. Always an option, not an option for me today. I am toast and cooked. So shoulders are squared towards that ground. You're sweeping that leg, sweeping that knowledge. Pressing out of those hands. Sweeping those house points. All those knowledge points, sweeping them so you guys can win the house cup. Not once have I heard you guys win the house cup. I'm sure there was one point. But you're pulling that belly button in towards the spine, lengthening out through the crown of the head from that tailbone. You get to sit down and you can grab that book again in 3, 2, 1. Have a seat on that tailbone. You're gonna float that left foot off. You can hold that book, hold a weight, hands to center. You twist, untwist, send it out. Twist, bring it in. Good, pull the belly in. Now, because we did Gilderoy Glutes last time, we're not gonna do it this time, so we don't have to worry about it. I know he gets a little painful to handle. One of my friends absolutely loves him. I love the actor, let's be real. But you're twisting over from that left oblique. Squeezing, exhaling to pull you over. Inhaling. Good. Soaking in all that knowledge. We hold it out in 3, 2, 1. Hold that left leg out, pull the core in. Now lift that leg up and up. That tiny pulse. Woo! We get to stand on up. Grab your heavier weight in 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was a lot on my leg. Stand on up. So we got that. Rowena's row and lunge. I just like the alliteration, or deadlift. It's not a lunge. So my left foot's propping me back. All my weight's in my right side. Left hand holds the weight. Deadlift, hinge over, pull the core in, row the arm back. Then stand up. Option to always bring this up into that floating, challenging the balance. Always the option here. Squeeze the glutes up. I'm gonna take that foot option. Pushing the hips back. Squeeze up. Oh, I forgot the row. Guys. Good. Pull the belly button in. Squeeze the glutes and hamstrings up at the top. Hinge. Squeeze. Whew. Another great one for reading a book, always reading a book. You can hold that book, you can read it, send it out, squeeze it up. That's actually how I read now. I can't focus my eyes anymore. Good. Remember, take that option. Take a variation if you need to bring it up to floating. Maybe you try it for just one. It's killer on my leg. I am done, guys. I'm toast. Woo. But it's a mental game. Can you set aside that I want to give up? Can you persevere through this move? I know, mind games all the time. Woo! My foot. We get to hold it over in 3, 2, and 1. You're gonna hold it over, and just that row, you're gonna pull that arm back and back. You got that hinge forward. Maybe you push a little bit more weight into that right side. Just the left toes are down. Draw the belly button in, knit that rib cage together. Keep it strong here. Woo! Okay, sliders coming up next in 3, 2, 1. Ditch that ring. You're gonna take that slider. It's on the left foot now. Those single leg squats, we're adding in that variation. You're gonna hold the arms out, squatting down, tapping the hands down to the floor, bringing it right back up. Hinging it over, pushing into that heel, squeeze on up to the top. Soaking it all in, press that booty back. Check in with the glute. Can you get those arms to reach? Maybe you're holding on to that weight. Maybe it's just a small book and you can feel that challenge of just holding your arms up the whole time. How the arms have to work. It's not just a leg move, it's a combo move. Everything's working together. My body's slowly rejecting me. Slowly going, nope, you're done, Sam. You're done. Not yet. We still have arms. Guys, we still have arms. But we have that quick wit coming up. We get to hold it low in our squat. In 3, 2, 1. Hold it low in that squat. You're gonna take that left knee, quick wit it in, quick wit it out. Good. Yes, play on words right there. Good, pull it in. Squeeze from the inner thighs, stabilize to that right side. Whew. Those books stand the test of time, so that right leg is that. It's standing the test of time. Your quick wit, using all that knowledge that you've absorbed, pulling it in. Yeah, there you go. That combo move is coming. We send it out in 3, 2, 1. Send it out. You're gonna stand up, pull the slider in, pull the left knee in, twist towards it, that standing bicycle. And then lower it down. Stand up, twist it over. Whoo! It's slow. It's calculated. It's thought about. You stand up from that right side. You squeeze the left oblique in. Whew. Things are going weird in my body. Drive up. Twist it over. Upper body's next. You're going to grab your light weights. We bring it down in 3, 2, 1. Ditch your slider. Nice job, everyone. Newspaper, daily profit. So you're gonna hold those weights. Your palms can face in or they can face up, your choice. But we're gonna open that newspaper and close. Okay, so I'm gonna call you guys out a bit. Because you're sitting and reading all day, there's that tendency to roll over, to hunch. So I want you to sit up nice and tall. Squeeze the upper back. So you build strength in the upper back, building strong muscles while you're sitting here, while you're kneeling, pulling those shoulder blades back and together. Shoulders roll down. Nice job, everyone. Opening up that daily profit, seeing what is new. You're squeezing the glutes forward. Oh. We got more upper back coming. Lots of upper back strength. You're gonna sit down on that tailbone. In 3, 2, 1. Mighty Ravenclaws. We're gonna spread those wings. So we're gonna start with those heels down. Arms are gonna reach out. You're gonna hinge it back. Open the arms, close. So reverse fly. It's gonna feel a bit in the chest, but I want you to focus on the back. And if you're feeling good here, float one foot up. Fly, Mighty Ravenclaws. Or maybe you float both feet up. Maybe it's just one. Maybe it's both up. Open, send the legs out, crunch up. Woo! Do what feels good to you. Again, that's not my goal for today. It's not what's gonna happen. But you're opening those wings, spreading them, flapping them. Whew. Those wise, wise eagles. Good. Keep going. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. A little bit more. We get to roll over onto our bellies. We got a W. I know, a little new one. In 3, 2, 1. So laying down on the belly. Oh, good. So here, I want you to bend the elbows to that W position. And you're just going to let your head rest to start. You're going to lift shoulders and upper back together. Lower down. Lift up, squeeze. So it's an upper back move. So I'll show you from a seated position. So what's happening is the arms are in that W, so the elbows are low, below the shoulders. You squeeze everything together. Like that newspaper, like that reverse tailbone angel. Laying down, you get that little extra extension. As you lift up, squeeze in the shoulder blades. Don't worry, we're not here for much longer. I want you to squeeze the inner thighs. We are gonna hold it up in 3, 2, 1. Hold it up, send the arms out to the side, palms face your torso, then sweep the arms back. Lower down. Swimmer, swim through this, all that upper back work. Whew. Option here. Okay, that's getting really heavy. You can always drop the weights, but can you float the feet as you sweep the hands? Bring it all down. Sweep it all the way back. Good. Sweep it back, squeeze. Open it up. Almost there. You're gonna grab your heavier weights. We got a stargazer. Back on our backs. 2 moves left, everyone. Laying on our backs in 3, 2, 1. So grab that weight. Oh, goodness, I can't get up. Roll over. Stargazer, so you're holding that weight. It's a chest press. You're pressing it up, lowering it down. Whew. Nice and easy, right? You have to just reset here. Press those hands up. Lower it down. Press up. Lower it down. Just nice and easy. Squeezing from the chest muscles. Staring up at those stars. Pulling that belly button in. Your last move is coming up here. I had no clever name for this one. This next move. It's just a teaser with this ring. So almost the opposite of those Lunas. So we can just call it Luna's part 2. So you're gonna hold that weight up. Send the feet up to hold in 3, 2, 1. So send the feet up. Holding that weight up above your chest, you're going to send the legs out, reach up, you're in that little teaser, bring it down, bend the knees, and you're gonna add in the chest press, that stargazer, press up. Then as you press up, I want you to roll up, bend it in, bring it in, elbows, chest press, press out, whoo, bring it in. We are almost there. We're so close to the end, so stick with me for the last couple seconds. You get to hug those knees in to the chest. You can go back to reading your book, learning something amazing in 3, 2, 1. Good. Place those weights down. You can take the ankle weights off and just rest down. Hug those knees into your chest. Great job, my Ravenclaws. I want you to rock from side to side. Massaging that lower back. Spreading those wings out to the side, palms face down. You're gonna drop your knees off to the left and look over your right shoulder. Good, and then bring it back up to center. Drop the knees over to the right. Look over towards that left hand. And just breathe. Opening up that chest. Good. We're gonna bring it back up to center. Rock yourself up to a seated position. You're in that cross-legged position. Interlace those fingers behind the back. Roll the shoulder blades back and down. And then I want you to hinge forward. Feel that chest open. Pull the hands off the back. If you're here, that's okay, but I want you to feel those hips open as well. Let your neck hang. Let it all release. And then release the arms, sweep them forward, and get deeper into that stretch. Let your whole head relax down. And then roll up slowly, one vertebra at a time. Inhale those mighty wings. Soak up all that wisdom and knowledge. Bring it in, and thank you guys so much. I hope you guys appreciated this appreciation week, or half week, whatever. But we'll see you next time.